Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a power window motor on this 2004 Chrysler Sebring. Pretty much the same procedure for the front doors, either the left or right, for 2001 to 2006. You'll need a new power window motor from 1AAuto.com, a flat blade screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, razor blade, a 10mm socket and ratchet, and a T25 Torx bit.
There are two trap doors here. There's one right here behind the door handle and another one here in the pull cup. All you want to do is take a flat blade screwdriver and stick it into the slot on the side of them and just pry them out. Now what you want to do is remove each of these Phillips screws. There's 6 in total. And we'll just fast forward as Dawn removes those. Take your flat blade screwdriver and pry off that triangle panel. To release the clips on the back of the door panel, you just want to pull out all the way around the door panel. And once you've done that, you can lift it up and off of your door lock knob. Now in behind the back of the door panel, you'll see here's your door handle rod. You just want to pop that clip up and pull that up and out. And you want to disconnect the two harnesses here by just pushing in the tab and pulling them out. And now your door panel is free.
The easiest way to remove the water shield is use a razor blade or a utility knife and carefully cut through the adhesive to separate it between the shield and the door. And even though we're fast forwarding this, you want to do it slowly and carefully so you don't rip the shield, and obviously you'd want to be careful not to cut yourself. You'll need to separate the window from the regulator, and you can see there's a nut right through that hole and then a nut through that hole, and obviously this is in the correct position. If your window is in a position where you can't get to those nuts, you can unbolt the regulator first, then slide it up and down until you can get to these nuts and separate the window from the regulator.
And using a flat blade screwdriver, you just want to pry up that weather strip. Now you pull your regulator forward and push the window back so that those studs slide out of those holes. And then you just want to pull your window inwards, up and out. Now right here you can see that there's 4 10mm bolts on the window motor bracket, and then there's these 2 10mm nuts right here on the regulator arm, and you just want to loosen these up. And we'll fast forward as Dawn does this. Once you've loosened all those, you can just push the regulator up and out of those holes. And then you just want to lean it forward so that you can access the harness on the window motor.
On the harness there's a little red locking tab. Push that through, and then there's another tab on the harness that you press and disconnect it. The window motor is held in by 3 T25 Torx screws. So you can see we have a T25 Torx bit and a ratchet, and we'll remove those. Install the new motor by lining it up and pushing it on, and start the screws in and then tighten them up.
Now feed your window regulator back into the door and reconnect that harness. and then line up those studs and bolts and put them into the holes. And we'll continue to fast forward as Don tightens up those nuts and bolts.
Now we'll do a quick test. Plug the window switch back in, turn the key on, and you can run the window regulator up and down. You just want to stop it, make sure it's in the position there where you can get through those holes and get the nuts on the studs for the window easily.
Now if we look through those holes, you can see on the regulator there's those large holes with the smaller end, and you just want to push the studs of the window into those larger holes. So feed your window back down into the door.
Make sure that you line up the front edge and the rear edge of the window into the tracks correctly and it moves up and down freely. And then you can pull the regulator towards you as you bring those studs down and line them up in the window track.
You can see here, studs are in place. And now what you want to do is just replace those two 10mm nuts. And we'll fast forward as Don does this. And we'll continue to fast forward as he replaces the water shield and make sure all your cables and harnesses go through it. Replace your weather strip. To reinstall the door panel, you just want to take that door handle rod, put it back into place and reclip it. And then you want to just reconnect your two harnesses. Once you've done that, you want to just line up your door, put it up and over the door lock knob and down into place. And then you just want to push those clips in around the edges of the door panel. And we'll just fast forward here as Don replaces those 6 Phillips screws. Now just replace your trap doors and that triangular panel.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.